What's up, guys? Today we are going to talk about why your store sucks, why you aren't profitable, why aren't you making any money on your ads, why is your dropshipping store not generating consistent revenue and, most importantly, profit. Why is your net like this and not like this? Let's dive into this, guys. I've got a short list I'm going to go through here. And really the primary goal is for me to inspire a bit of thought on your behalf and a mindset shift so that you can make your business profitable. The number one reason why your store is not making any money is because people don't want what you're selling. The product is 95% of this business, guys. Everything else is it's details, right? So, but I can't tell you how many times I've worked with a client, one-on-one, whatever, doing some consulting, and I'm looking at their store, and, their story is, so John, I hired you because I made $200,000 last month, but I'm not making any money this month, and I want to figure out how to make my business more consistent. And I look at their store, and it's trash, just horrible, so ugly. The design is terrible. Their descriptions are horrible. Their copywriting skills non-existent. You know why they made money? Because they won the lottery. They stumbled onto a high-quality product, and the product did all the heavy lifting for them. Would they have made more money if their store was designed properly optimized, better retargeting, better copywriting skills, better creatives? Yes, it would have made more money. But products are capable of carrying people in this business. And so that's why we end up with a lot of lazy dropshippers. They don't put in the hard work on the little details because the product really can carry you across the finish line. Now, if you're struggling, if you're not making any sales, it really comes down to the fact that people don't want what you're selling. A lot of people will blame it on the targeting or the copy or the site. What apps are you using? But really the majority of it is just the product, guys. So really you have to accept that reality and focus really hard on that. Number two, why is your store not profitable? Let's say you're making sales, but you're, breaking even, riding just under that line of being profitable. It could be your offer. Okay, it could be the way you're presenting the product. It could be how much you're charging for it. Maybe you're charging too much, and you're preventing the likelihood of a customer buying more than one. So a lot of times I'll strategically price products that I know have a high take rate on multiple variants. And I set up my stores in such a way that it makes it easy for people to buy multiple variants. I don't take them directly to checkout. When they hit the add cart button, I don't want to take them to the cart page. I don't want to take them to checkout. I want to keep them on that page because I want to give them an opportunity to buy more. All right? So carefully selecting your margin is super important, guys. So sometimes you do need to go big on the margin because this is the type of product someone's only going to buy one of. They only need one winter coat. They're not going to buy 3 of those, right? But if you're selling socks, right, you can go super cheap on those. Get those slim $5 margin or something, or even better yet, and this is the next thing I want to get into, is bundles. Are you bundling your stuff, guys? Selling some kids' toys. Maybe you got 4 or 5 variants, right? Create a manual variant at the end. Don't do this quantity breaks, okay? Do manual variants where you bundle them all together. So let's say the toys cost you $10. You're selling them for $29.99. You got 5 variants, all right? So if you were to sell all 5 at a $10 cost, that's $50. So we could sell all 5 for $100. Okay, so if it's $29.99 a piece, or you can get all 5 for $100. So they save $50 if they buy the whole bundle. You're gonna get more people taking that deal than you realize. And you can do this with almost anything, guys. You can do it with shoes, home decor products, especially home decor products, guys. People love, you can always sell bundles with home decor. I can't remember the last time I launched a home decor product and I didn't do a bundle that didn't crush. In order to properly put a bundle together, in order to know what product, what price you want to sell your product at, you got to understand the value too. You got to be able to look at this product and say, this is what it's worth to people. They're not going to be thrown off by what you're asking. And don't be afraid to go big, guys. Some products are people will pay big money. I have lots of products in the $100 to $300 range that we sell, and they do very well. So top of that, make sure you're giving yourself a profit margin of about $30 at least. Now that is, if you're relying on people buying more than one, then obviously profit margin can be smaller because you're expecting them to buy 2 or 3. So just, you have to figure all that out. The third reason is because you don't understand your audience, guys. If you're looking at a product, you're thinking about selling a product, but you can't close your eyes and visualize the person that would buy it, and you probably don't have any business selling it. Now, sometimes, like I said before and earlier at the beginning of this, products can do all the work. That's totally possible. But I'm all about increasing the odds here. And if you have the ability to close your eyes and visualize the person that would potentially buy this product, like you should know what kind of music they listen to, right? What kind of car does this person drive? What other types of products do they buy? What kind of clothes do they wear? Where do they shop? What kind of job do they have? Like, you should be able to picture that in your mind. When you're about to sell a product, you should be able to visualize that person standing in front of you. And you should visualize having that product in your hand, whatever it is, assuming it fits in your hand. And you've got to walk up to this person and convince them to buy it. What would you say? That's your ad copy. What characteristic about this product are you going to talk about that's going to make them buy it? What's the most important thing? You've got to be able to come up with that stuff. All right. If you're struggling a lot with this, then research. You can always learn, right? You can always learn. What are you selling here? It's a kid's toy or something. Go look at 20 different kids' toy websites and just look at how they talk to their audience. They've already got it figured out, right? So look at how other people are talking to your audience and learn from that. Reason number 4, that your store is not profitable. Functionality, the basics. I can't tell you how many times I've come across this too, where someone didn't set up their shipping options right, or the payment processor isn't connected in the right way, or like they're advertising to a country that they don't even have shipping set up to, or you've got some stupid app in your store that's interfering with your currency converter. I've seen everything under the sun. I installed a competitor's app to research it. It was a fulfillment agency. I wanted to check it out. I installed it in my store, and I wanted to see how it worked. And for the next week, we started getting floods of emails from customers saying, when I add this product A, let's say, to my cart, a different product shows up in the cart with it. It just was adding random products to the cart. And then when they tried to remove it, it would add multiples of the same product to the cart instead of removing them. So they'd add one and it would put something random in there. They'd try to remove it, and then it would add like 4 more quantity on top of that, and our conversion rate went complete shit. And this was just a fulfillment app, guys. This was back-end stuff, and it was affecting the theme. So keep your apps at a minimum, because they will mess stuff up. And even when you remove them, they leave behind all these bugs. So it's important that you're going through regularly and doing test checkouts in your store on mobile and on desktop. You got to do that stuff. This is basics, guys, basics. Reason number 5, your store's not profitable. You're not managing ads properly. You're scaling stuff that shouldn't be scaled. Okay? We raise budgets on strong products. We don't raise budgets just to see if they're strong. You're going to know in the first 2 days if a product is a winner. If you know how to read data, you should know. Okay, the cost per purchase, cost per add to cart. Are you profitable? Knowing that when you raise a budget, with a very rare exception of like grade A winners, every time you raise a budget, your cost per purchase is going to go up. Do you have room to scale? You got to always ask yourself that. Okay? Stop wishing and hoping. Look at the numbers, look at the facts, and deal with the reality. Now, you do have grade A winners occasionally where you scale them, and it really is like pouring gas on a fire, and they just go crazy. And we do see those products pretty regularly. But out of winning products, they're probably 1 in 10. They're not common, especially to the average dropshipper. But they do come around, and it's impossible to screw them up. They honestly perform that well. You could scale from a $10 budget to a $1,000 budget the same, like on day 1, and it would do fine. So that's not normal. You need to look at this stuff and say, okay, if I'm running at a 2.5 ROAS at a $20 budget, if I raise that to $40 budget, It's probably going to drop down to a 2.1 ROAS. Okay. You got to crunch the numbers and see, does that make sense? Are you actually making more money in that scenario? Are you making more profit? Just because your revenue went up, just because you got another sale, doesn't mean you're necessarily putting more money in your bank account at the end of the day. What are you taking home? All that matters. So managing your ads responsibly. Don't let old winners linger around. Do not make adjustments based on lifetime data, okay? Use a 3 to 4 day date range for your decision making. If you use lifetime on a product, let's say it's profitable, it's doing great for a month, you're using your lifetime data to make adjustments, and that ROAS starts dropping over time. But you're like, no, it's still good. It was a 4, now it's a 3, now it's a 2.5. I still got some room. I still got some room on this thing. I don't know why people do this. It doesn't make sense to me. All you're doing is burning up your profits. If you were to look at that thing from a 4-day perspective, it would have been negative. Okay, you're just letting a negative product run. Make your decisions on a 3 to 4 day date range. That way you protect the profits you've already made. This is super important, guys. Now, let's say a product takes a downturn. It was doing well, and now it's dying off. You scaled it up. Maybe you scaled it too aggressively, and it knocked it off its optimization. Scale that baby back down, okay? You scaled it up to, say you scaled it up to $100. Drop it down to 50, okay? Let's say it's negative on a 3-4 day range, and at $100, drop it down to 50. Wait 2 more days, see where it's at, okay? And then let's say it still hasn't recovered. Drop that puppy down to $10, $5 even. Give it a few more days, see if it recovers. This strategy works really, really well, guys. It can recover optimization, allowing you then to scale it back up to a more comfortable plateau. Okay, it may not go back up to 100. It might peak out around 40 this time, but at least you're still making money. Only after we have examined those 5 reasons right there do we start to look at other things. And it's funny because people usually start blaming this last thing before they look at these other things, because they don't want to accept responsibility for their performance. They want to blame it on something else, and so and that's the ad account. People will say, "Oh, my ad account's crap. Facebook doesn't like me. I'm just getting bad traffic on this ad account. This ad account's acting up. I hear it every day." It's like, no, let's look at everything else first. Okay, it really takes a lot of proof for me to accept the reality that an ad account is bad. And that's because I've seen so many bad ad accounts recover with the right product. So once we have reviewed all those other things and we've tested maybe 30 to 50 products and have not found anything profitable after 30 to 50 products, this is a lot of products, guys, 30 to 50, then we will change the ad account, okay? Then I believe we have established proof that there's something else going on here, okay? I have enough trust in my product research, my product selection, to know that I should be finding somewhere between 1 and 3 profitable products for every 10 that I launch. If I launch 30 to 50 and don't find a winner, something's wrong, right? All right, so bonus beyond ad account is branding, and this is far less common than anything else listed here. If you've gone through all this stuff, you've changed the ad account, you tested another 30 or 50 products, and it's still not working. Number 1, I would say you probably just really bad at product research, and I'm sorry to say that, but it's most likely true. But assuming that's not the case, then I would look at branding. Sometimes people just don't like the name of your store. It's weird and it's rare. I want to say over the course of the 4 years that I've been doing this, I've seen this legitimately be the reason for poor performance on about 3 occasions. Okay, two times with students and 1 time with my own store. And I swear that store, I thought it was awesome. Like, I thought it was the coolest branding ever. I put a lot of work into it, but it struggled. Like, it struggled really hard, and I was like, screw it, scrap the store, start over, new domain, new logo, a new Facebook pages, and just like that, on the next launch, we were good. We found a handful of winners. So, anyways, so that's it. I guess these are 6 reasons plus a bonus. Number 1, the product. Number 2 is the offer. Number 3 is you don't understand your audience. Number 4, site functionality, the basics. Okay, does your store work? Number 5, managing your ads responsibly. Number 6, it's the ad account, and the bonus is your branding. Okay, I just play that as a bonus because it really isn't that common. And in order to switch up your branding, you have to redo everything. Like it's a complete wipe. All right, it's not something that you want to do. It means you got to turn off all your ads and relaunch them. I would even recommend going new pixel, new ad account, or just complete refresh, start from scratch. That's the way I would do it. Anyways, so that's it, guys. That's why your store is not profitable. It's one of those reasons. I promise you, it's one of those reasons. So, hopefully this guide helped out a little bit. I just want to stir up some thinking and inspire you guys to have a different mindset about this business model. Because there's a lot of false information going around out there, and hopefully your store will look like one of these screenshots up here. My students have produced, confirmed from screenshots of information I've seen, over $35 million. And I would assume that it's got to be more than double that at this point, because I don't ask for screenshots. They just occasionally text me and say, hey man, appreciate what you're doing. This is how much my store did. And so not everybody reaches out. And I can appreciate that. A lot of people want to stay private. And most of the people that reach out just want to stay private anyways. They don't want me talking about it, but it's all good. So hopefully we can get your stores up to that caliber. I believe anybody can do it. This business is really simple if you make it simple. And, if you want to be around those successful students, join the VIP group. Link is in the description. I'd love to have you there. It is my highest value offer. I've got some expensive things. I mean, working with me one-on-one, getting on the phone is over $12,000 to set that up. But you can just join my group and talk to me on a daily basis in there for only $99 a month. So it's hands down the best offer I got. And that's it. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for joining me, and have a blessed day.